pala si Paul Anthony Simon ng Iron Macchina Customs. Bali, nag-start kami 2017. Yung official na nagbukas yung shop namin. Pero yung totoo, nag-start ako sa bahay, gumawa ako ng Kawasaki Barako. So, from there, pinost ko sa Facebook, tapos, ayun, nagtuloy-tuloy na siya. Maraming nakagusto. Tapos, ayun, nag-boom na yung custom scene, dire-diretso na rin kami gumagawa. So, yan, until now, andito na kami ngayon sa position na to.
Ako po si Marianito Isoro, fabricator ng Iron Macchina. Ako nga pala si Dario Onyas Aguilar. Nagsimula ako noong March 13, 2018. Welder fabricator ako ng Iron Macchina Custom.
Hi, my name is Mary Joy Chong, or everybody calls me Majoy here in Iron Macchina Customs. I am the administrative officer of Iron Macchina Customs. I started here May 11, 2019. Ako yung nagpa-process ng papers ng lahat actually ng motor ng Iron Macchina Customs. If ever naman may mga parts sila na bibilhin, sa kanila sinasabi, then I purchase it, whether it is online or pupuntahan siya dun sa store na kung ano man yung kailangan nila. Okay. So, pag may pinapabilis sila sa akin na parts ng motor, for example, yung mga tornilyo, ako yung bumibili noon, pinupuntahan ko siya mismo dun sa store, tapos ako yung nakikipag-usap dun mismo para alam ko kung ano yung exact sizes nung kung ano yung kailangan namin dito sa Iron Macchina. And ako din po yung nagmamanage ng costings po ng Iron Macchina Customs.
Motobuild Pilipinas, handa na ba kayo?
So, sa Motobuild Pilipinas naman, start kami 2017 din. Naimbitahan kami ni Mr. Zach Lucero para sumali dun sa Biker Build-Off. Ang concept ng bike na napili nila noon ay chopper. So, ang bike na binigay sa amin is Yamaha XSR. Okay naman siya, natapos namin yung bike on time, pero unfortunately hindi kami nanalo. Pero okay lang yun kasi at least it's a learning process for us kasi hindi rin naman namin talaga siya hindi rin naman talaga pa namin, kumbaga bago pa kami nung time na yun. So ngayon, 2020, we were given a chance again by Mr. Zach Lucero. Actually, last year, I tried to ask him talaga na, Sir Zach, baka pwedeng sumali ulit kami next year kasi alam ko na medyo prepared na kami ngayon this year. And at the same time, when it comes to experience, I guess parang nag-gain na namin yung experience na yun. And then we wanted to prove something talaga na we can do better than doon sa last na or previous na Motobuild Pilipinas na sinalihan namin. So, yun. Zach was actually give us the chance again na sumali. So, ayun. Pinasali niya kami ngayon this year. Kagandahan lang kasi yung base bike, nagulat din kami, is an XSR. It's a Yamaha XSR 155. So, basically, the bike is beautiful as it is na kasi kahit wala ka nang gawin sa motor, maganda na talaga siya. Pero, yun, good thing na maganda yung binigay na base bike ngayon. So, we were able to at least conceptualize na ahead of time kung ano yung dapat na gawin. Ngayong Motobuild Pilipinas, magkakaiba na yung genre as compared sa mga previous build-off. So, before, merong specific genre. By this year, pinagbigyan kami na iba-iba na lang ang genre at the same time kung paano na lang na execution, paano ginawa, yung overall appearance, usability, rideability, lahat nandun siya. So, yun. Doon na nilang i-judge yun. So, hindi yung same-same na cafe racer o same-same na scrambler or tracker. So, hindi na ganun yung genre. So, ngayon iba-iba na siya. Nakuha namin ay ang cafe racer. So like we said, sabi nga ni Mr. Zach Lucero, you can do your own rendition. So either you can go for classic, cafe racer, or you can go with concept cafe. So anything na maisip namin. So I chose to get the concept cafe racer or the futuristic cafe racer. Why? Kasi one is that I wanted to leap dun sa custom, culture natin na medyo nagsistay tayo sa mga classic look lang talaga. I mean, don't get me wrong, maganda talaga yung classic and at the same time, timeless talaga siya. Sa concept namin as a concept cafe racer, I chose to do a medyo futuristic, medyo ahead of time design. Kasi one, yun nga, sabi ko, kailangan ko ng something na different. I want something to do na medyo out of the box talaga. Kasi usual cafe racer can be distinguished na talaga. So, with this cafe racer, with this XSR 155 na ginawa namin, I guess we went out of the box talaga. Intricately detailed yung mismong motor. Kasi even the smallest details ng bike is there. From the headlights, from the tail light, from the usability of its, functions, nandito lahat yung bike na yan. So, as gathering with the futuristic look at the same time, modern-ish look ng bike, nilagay kami mga features ng bike talaga na I guess hindi pa masyadong na-incline sa atin dito sa Philippines. So there's one, yung wala siyang susi. It's keyless. At the same time, it's voice-activated. Engine ready. Pero with the voice activation, I guess medyo nandun pa kami sa part na nag-edge out pa kami kasi we wanna make sure na it's safe. Pero it's actually working. And at the same time, you have to consider muna also yung safety features niya. Secondly, wala na siyang side mirror if you notice. So sa side mirror, we don't use the conventional side mirror. So right now, meron kaming in-install na backup camera. So the camera works as your side mirror. So makikita mo siya dito sa phone mount mo dito. Well, specifically, this is my phone. Kasi syempre yun yung ginagamit namin. Pero in the long way, I'm sure there's gonna be a phone mount na pwede siyang gamitin sa any bikes naman. So one of the features is that. Plus, of course, the aerodynamic design, the details, yung mga carbon fiber nito, yan, sobrang detail talaga siya. So, pinagawa namin siya doon sa mga partners namin, like si Carbon Craft. So, sila yung gumagawa ng carbon fiber namin. And, of course, the whole design is, it's elegant, simple, minimalist, at the same time, very futuristic. The process is very hard as well, kasi one, everything is detachable. So, you can actually alter the bike. Let's say, kunyari, meron kayong ganitong bike, you can always alter it. You can actually turn it into a scrambler, you can turn it into a tracker or whatever you want. Just, dahil gagamitan nyo lang talaga ng mga screwdriver or Allen screw lang siya. So, everything can be turned to a different look. So, as you can see, we built yung bike talaga from ground up. Of course, dun sa rules namin sa Motobuild Pilipinas, maintain the chassis. Okay, so the chassis is fully maintained siya. Ito pa rin original chassis ng XSR 155. But we changed the subframe, which is allowed naman. So binago namin yung subframe. Again, yung original subframe was welded. Naka-weld talaga siya. So ginawa namin is detachable na lang siya so that you can actually work on the things na medyo kailangan mong galawin talaga with the bike. At the same time, pwede mo siyang baguhin ang design. The gas tank is integrated also. The gas tank is also mounted in the middle. So, andito sa loob. Nasa loob yung mismong gas tank niya. So, what's good about this is that andito lahat yung components niya. The wiring is underneath this channel kasi yung chassis niya is a channel talaga. So, nandun lahat yung detailed ng mga wiring niya. At the same time, lahat siya ay compact. Ibig sabihin, magkakasama siya sa isang lugar lang so that you won't see any wires, you won't see anything that's sticking out na hindi naman kailangan.
Bali, ang naiambag ko dito sa panglaban namin sa Motobuild. Paggawa ng chassis, front cowl, paglatag ng wiring, yung adjustment, pagputol, tsaka yung sa battery. Bali, ang battery nito sa ilalim namin nilagay para hindi makita o nakatago siya. Nilagay namin yung wiring sa chassis niya sa channel. Kasi channel ang chassis nito eh. Yung sub, chassis. Ang battery box niya, di bukas siya, may bisagra siya. Nilagyan namin ng bisagra para hindi mahulog o kumalog. Para naka-fix pa rin siya, pit na pit. Front roll niya, nilagay namin ng bracket sa suspension niya, malapit sa suspension niya, pinagigitnaan. Bali kakaiba yung ginawa naming cowl kasi tubular ang ginamit namin at saka para siyang nakahang. Kaya siya kakaiba kasi iba yung angulo niya sa lahat ng naging front cowl na ginawa namin. Sa chassis, medyo critical at mahirap talaga kasi nandun na yung diretso, pantay, hindi pwedeng tabingi kasi tatabingi rin lahat pag tumabingi. Medyo sobrang hirap. Medyo doon kami natagalan ng sliding. Okay lang, mahirap talaga.
Isa to sa mga nagawa namin sa Iron Macchina. Tulad ng fender, ng plate cover, tsaka ng cowl. Si Boss Simon, binigyan ako ng pattern para sa fender. Tinabas ko sa plate na aluminum. Tapos pagkatabas, dinaint namin sa cowl. Ganun din, binigyan din niya ako ng pattern ni Boss Simon. Tapos tinabas ko rin sa plate na aluminum. Isa sa mga pinakamahirap na ginawa ko dito, o ginawa namin, yung plate cover, gawa namin siya paulit-ulit para makuha yung tamang lapat at tamang sukat. Naging proud ko ako dito sa paggawa nitong cowl na to. Maganda siya, makinis, okay yung design.
So also with the headlight, of course, we have the option to take out the visor. You can take out this whole thing para if you wanted a cleaner look, pwede rin siyang baguhin. So everything is detachable, everything is removable. At the same time, custom ready pa rin siya. As I know that the bike is already custom, but it's actually still custom ready pa rin siya if you don't want the design, pwede mo siyang baguhin. As you can see, dito sa likod, sa ilalim, there's a floating chassis. So, lahat ng frame or lahat ng weight nandito sa harapan lahat. So, ginawa namin siyang floating. Why? Because it's more refined, more minimalist, at the same time, very detailed siya. What else? I guess we made sure na most of the parts ng Yamaha nandun pa rin. So, hindi namin pinaltan yung 100%. Konti lang yung aftermarket parts namin dito. Of course, yung levers, tires, and then what else? Yun lang, actually, yun lang. Handlebars, yun lang yung pinaltan namin. But the rest is all fabricated, handmade talaga siya. The metal components is aluminum. We have the galvanized steel as well. We have black iron steel as well, incorporated sa bike. So, lahat ng element ng metal nandito yata sa motor na to. At the same time, to make it look sturdy, at the same time, functional enough para magamit talaga siya. This motor na to also, if you notice, there's emblems na nakakabit dito sa bike, which has an authentication verification dun sa mismong emblem na yun. So basically, not visible siya sa mata, but if you put something there na medyo maliwanag, makikita mo siya talaga. So it's very intricate yung nga, sabi ko, medyo specific yung ano niya, detailed talaga siya. Even the smallest part dito, lahat yan ay merong function talaga for us. So also we have the manufacturing markings. Like I said, this is one of one bike lang talaga na Iron Macchina na ginawa. So there's no other bike na ilalabas na ganito ang Iron Macchina. At the same time, I guess sa buong mundo wala pa siguro. That's as far as I know. Pero like I said, yun nga. So one of one lang talaga siya. So that makes it more, you know, rare in a way. So I would assume. Okay, so what else? Inspiration, of course. I was inspired of mga sci-fi movies kasi medyo mahilig ako sa mga futuristic movies At the same time, I wanted talaga na medyo, to have a bike of my own na medyo wala ka talaga makikita sa labas. Kumbaga, isa lang talaga ito makikita mo. And, see other people's reaction when they see the bike, it's priceless talaga. So, yun yung isa sa mga hinahanap talaga namin when it comes to, portraying this bike.
Sobrang proud ako dito sa motor na ginawa namin kasi ginugulan namin ang oras, panahon, kahit sobrang hirap, talagang napaganda siya. Siya yung pinakamaganda talaga na nahawakan ko motor para sa akin.
Ang masasabi ko lang, maganda siya. May dating sa tao. Malamang may chance siya na manalo.
I am proud of my team because nakita ko kung gaano sila gumugol ng oras para mabuo yung XSR 155, yung pagod nila, tapos kung ilang oras sila nag-OT para lang may matapos sila that day. Abangan nyo po ang Legacy by Iron Macchina Custom sa Motobuild Pilipinas Biker Build-Off.
This is our Yamaha XSR 155. We call it Legacy. And this is our biker build-off entry for this 2020 Motobuild Pilipinas Biker Build-Off. Please like and share and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. And please subscribe on our YouTube channel, it's Iron Macchina Customs. See you guys.